So it's Thursday, July 29th, 2021, and this is the V74 hazard flasher option that came on my Chevelle. The car did not have hazard flashers as standard equipment. If you wanted hazard flashers, you had to order the V74 option, which was probably 10 bucks at the time. It's a hell of a lot more now. You have your choice of buying one of these. These are made aftermarket. You can get them on eBay from the truck shop in Orange. Cars, I think they merged or something. Anyway, on eBay they want 200 plus 17 shipping for the reproduction. There are a few of these on eBay. This was one of them that was complete, that still had all the wiring intact, that had the actual mounting bracket and the harnesses, and it was complete. So this is a Flarestat model number 105, and this mounts under the dash on the to the left of the steering wheel, and if you want a hazard, you just pull the knob. So so this bracket is bent. But I'm going to wire it in and see see what the deal is before I, make any adjustments to anything, and see if it works. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to plug this in and see if it works. So I bought a new original, they're called something stat, Flarestat, no, Flasherstat, something stat 170. This is a 168. So I got that coming. That's 10 bucks from eBay, brand new. So I'm gonna test this one and see if it works. It has a little light bulb, so I'll go through all of the little functions of it if I get it hooked up and working. So the flasher does work. The way I have it wired in, just to test it. So the way I have it wired, it'll work. It's like it's flashing awfully quickly. And the little bulb is on. You can barely see it, but it's very faint. It's on. So it works. Yay. So I ended up having to take the connectors off the flasher, but I didn't have to cut anything. So it's all, can be alternate, returned to original. His courtesy lights now, so it so as far as functionality, they work. The flashers do work. So what I am going to do, this little light bulb does work. It's just very faint. I think the knob is really dirty, but it does work. So what I ended up doing is just taking all of the connectors off, and I just plugged in the spade connectors into the harness itself. So that's what I'm going to end. That's what I'm going to do. It's kind of hokey. I need to probably do a little bit better job here, which I'll do, so those don't touch. But that's how I'm going to do it. So nothing has to be cut, altered. It's just all still factory. The switch is all still factory. I just need to bend that back into shape, which I can do now, and then clean the knob. And then my new flasher is coming in, so it's probably gonna slow the flash down considerably from that one. But I mean, you know, I'd rather do it this way than cut and splice. I don't want to cut and splice anything. So it's Thursday, January 29th, 2021. I didn't know it was that bright. After I polished the knob and cleaned up the bulb, man, that is cool. It is totally cool. This is a really neat feature. I really like it. So that is bitchin'. I think the flasher is wrong. That's why it shouldn't be flashing that fast. But I'll get my 170 in there and see if it makes a difference. It's on its way. Okay, today's Friday, July 30th, 2021. And I've got the, I don't know if this is coming in. It's blurry to me. I don't know if it's clear or not, but so I drilled my hole 940 thousandths across from the center of this convertible top switch pre-drilled hole, 940 thousandths over, and then 70 thousandths this direction, and got the bracket in. So this is a Corvair bracket. That's why this hole is right there. That's for this screw holds a flasher for, I guess, the blinkers maybe on a Corvair. But I'm going to use this screw because it's original. So that's done. Now I'm going to wait for the 170 flasher
and paint this. I'm going to paint this today. And then I can install the switch. This monstrosity, if it comes in, I don't know if it does or not, is what I'm going with. Ha ha ha. This is like a blown fuse waiting to happen, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I gotta get out of here.
It's Friday, July 30th, 2021. So this is the bracket for the switch. 388-6913. This is from a Corvair, but it's the same style bracket that I need. It's the same as they made two. They made a 388-6913 and a 388-6912. The one that would have come on my car is the 12. This one has this hole for it's a provision for this flasher. Goes on the other side, I think. It goes on this side. It's like a flasher, so apparently everything was on one bracket. You know, the emergency flasher and the blinker flasher, supposedly. So, but this will work just fine. So I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to clean up the screw. Use the factory screw. And clean this up and paint it black. And knock some of the rust off of this retainer nut for the switch. So it's Friday, July 30th, 2021, and I got the bracket primed and painted. So I'm letting it dry. I used semi-gloss. This is the same stuff I used on my radiator panel. It's really good stuff. So just let it dry, and I guess I can install it. And then I painted the screw. I didn't paint the screw. I just cleaned it up and I clear coated it because it's natural. The screw is just natural metal finish. It's kind of nice. So I just left it. I didn't paint it. So I just took it to the wire wheel and put clear coat on it. But I did paint the bracket. The bracket, I believe, bracket's probably natural. But I'll let it dry and take another look. So it's Sunday, August 9th, 2021. So today I'm going to install the flasher. And I just wanted to get a video of everything before I actually do install it. What's happening. So I bought this flasher off of eBay. I think it was 12 bucks shipped. 8 for the flasher, 4 for shipping. Apparently, I think it's the original flasher, at least, you know, replacement. I've seen these. It's the same. It's this sort of rectangular shape, but it has a different top. This one has sort of a printed top. But if you look at the flasher itself, let me get the flasher off of there. So if you look at the flasher itself, it's, you know, got the original printing on the body of it. So Made in USA, Signal Stat, Toronto, New York. So, it's an original Signal Stat flasher. Let's see if there's some numbers here. I don't know if those are anything. But the flasher that was in it, let's see if I can find it. So the flasher that came on the flasher relay that came on the flasher was this one. Just in, Napa. I don't know. It has a 168 on it. I don't know. It might be a replacement for it. I'm not sure. But this is an original piece. It's even got the original box, which is pretty cool. And it is a Signal Stat flasher. It matches the manufacturer. Toronto, New York, Signal Stat. I don't know what the significance of that Y133. It might be a date. I'm not sure. So, I was able to straighten this bracket out. It was all bent up. I threw some paint on it. So it's ready to go. It's tested. I just need to take some paint off of the, this area for the grounding. Make sure it grounds good. The knob cleaned up really nice. Let me get rid of some of that white wax that I used on the knob. But the knob came out really nice. It's got no chips or dings, so it's in really super shape. So, and then the wire ends, I'm just gonna plug them into the existing harness. It's kind of Mickey Mouse, but I'm gonna go for it. And I do want to check power, because this is supposed to go into the fuse block. Okay. Oh, here's some extra parts. I'm gonna keep them in this bag. Here's the original harness adapter pieces for the Corvette, Corvair, other models. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit my Chevelle harness, but this can be returned to factory original very easily. Plug all this stuff back in, and it's all original. Nothing was cut. So it's Sunday, August 9th, 2021. So here it is all put back together. Get a video of it before I actually put it in the car. So I've got the bracket ready. Hopefully the ground is good. The ground under this nut, I cleaned the paint off. Hopefully that's now making good contact, because you have to give it 12 volts and you have to ground it in order for the flasher to work. So I just cleaned it up and beautified it a little bit and before it goes in the car, because once it's up, plug the flasher in all the way. Once it's up in the car, it'll never be seen again. Yep, it's an original piece. It's not a repopper. They do sell these repop. You can get them for 200 bucks on eBay plus shipping. But this is an original piece. Here's all the extra parts. And this will be, if I ever need these parts, so I know, I don't forget, they will be in this box right here. It's my Chevelle extra doodad clippy box parts box. Okay. All right, now I'm going to install the flasher and test it and see if it works. Okay, it's Sunday, August 9th, 2021, and here's the installation. So what I did is I just plugged the ends into the harness itself in the backside, which I know is not, you know, is not ideal, but I heat shrink all the ends so that, you know, they couldn't touch. So there's no risk of, you know, wires touching. You know, I don't think there's no movement of this harness once it's clipped in. I don't think the wires are going to move around. It's sort of a unique one-off installation. It's a little hokey, but I think it should work. So I am going to have to plug into this. The two battery terminals are occupied right here. I think that's the radio, and this is a light. So I could plug the light into the flasher, but I don't think it makes any difference. So I'm just going to plug the flasher into the... This might be the hood. Is that the... No. That's the light. Courtesy light. So let me get the switch up in there and get it plugged in and everything, and then I'll test it. But yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. I don't think it's, you know. Let's see if I can get a video once it's up in there. So it's Sunday, August 9th, 2021. Yes, there's a little red knob poking down right there. So that is the four-way flasher, the V74. So it's all installed, and let's take a look. Go ahead and turn it on. Pretty cute. And so that 170 flasher actually is the correct flasher. That flasher that was in it was the wrong flasher. It was like flashing 3 times faster than this one. So that 170 is the correct flasher. It's pretty cool. So the install went really well. The correct bracket, got the correct bolt, mounting bolt for it, and all the wiring is all up in there, is all correct. So I just tapped into the existing orange wire that goes to battery, and then just taped it all up in there. And I don't know if you can see it, but the signal circuit harness, and it works on the outside of the car, most importantly. That's the whole point, right? And it works in the back too. Now I just want to test it to make sure that the turn signals work correctly. The keys are in there. The camera shut off, so I want to just turn the, I want to test the Led Zeppelin's going to come on. I don't know if I'm going to see if I have the right flasher, because it seems fast compared to like the 4-way flasher. The 4-way flasher, it's almost like it's correct. It blinks at the correct rate. Where the blinkers are a little fast. It might not be the right flasher. I'll check under there and see what flasher number I have.